G'day! In today's video I've got a Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 10.4 inch. This one is model number, what are we? We are a T500 or T505. I'm going to be using this white screen just because I'm currently out of black ones. I've had it sitting on my blue heat pad here at 75 degrees Celsius for about 5-10 minutes. That screen is holding a fair bit of heat, so that should aid in getting that out. Definitely if you can have a heat source, it definitely helps getting the screens out, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do from here is use some isopropyl around the bottom over here. Have a look here. I'm expecting a flex cable to be running along here or around here. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to run, but slow and steady, and we should be able to remove this. In here I've got some isopropyl that helps to soften the adhesive of the glue, so it should lift up a bit easier. I'm going to apply some around here. It is kind of going between the cracks, so it should actually be reasonably effective. I'm expecting this part here will be a little bit of a challenge. The rest of it should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to use a thin metal pry tool and just put that in just a fraction. And then slide. Okay. Put another metal pry tool in. Pry it up slightly. Hopefully it doesn't explode and shatter glass everywhere. That would suck. Put some isopropyl on here as well. And try that again. There we go, that's cutting it through it much better. If I rotate it. There we go, starting to get somewhere. Go. See the connection over here. Slice along here. Go. Fold this over, back. Now I'm going to disconnect the battery and the screen. So from there I'm going to use a small Phillips head screwdriver. This one is a 000 Phillips head screwdriver. As dealing with most things with LCDs or displays, it's best to have the battery disconnected. I just flicked it up with my nail. Go. That up, and again I'll just flick that up with my nail. Under it, flick up. There we go. One display. Get that out of the way for the minute. Now I want to focus on removing the old adhesive and these glass shards over in the corner up here. So I'll keep the heat going. I'm going to end up using some B7000 frame adhesive to stick this screen down, or you can just simply use some double-sided tape. I find the frame adhesive applied correctly does a better job, or applied poorly and you could get glue where you don't want it to go and cause dramas with speakers and microphones and whatever other things. This is leaving pretty trouble-free. There we go. Remove the adhesive there too. Find going around the screen with an old toothbrush does help find any glass shards that may have been missed. There we go. There's one sitting right there. One here too. Depending on how your screen came out, if it came out dead perfectly with no shards left on the screen, depending how it cracked, you may be able to get away with using the original factory adhesive and just heating it up prior to sticking it down, or heating it up after you've stuck it back on to rebond it. But in this instance, broke the plastic there. That's not good. So it's pretty fragile to begin with. Go. Now I'll go over this. Go. I'll move this one out of the way now. Next up, this one. And this one. Compare the pair. I want to swap the backing onto this one. Hoping it'll leave with minimal fuss. Actually, I'll switch this up, flip it over, disconnect this cable. This is the one we need to put onto the new one. I should just be able to flick up this black bit just down here, like so. Or brown, not black, sorry. It is stuck down here as well. And I'll lift that up, pull that back. There we go. Now my tweezers did imprint on there, but that should still be okay. Now I'm going to flip this over upside down and let it heat up for a bit. Now, let's see if we'll lift now. There we go, that seems to be lifting. That's better. Go. Line that up, put it down. I'll be hearing Cortana talking in the background there. Just reinstalling a laptop. Yeah, this one, not so much. It's just destroying itself. So that one, I won't move. Off to the side they can go. Down on here, put that here. Now we'll connect this back up. Lift up the little latch. I'm going to feed the cable in and push down. And it should end up somewhere like that, where the white line that's on the cable should be nearly covered up. And And we'll put this down back on here. And from there, should hopefully be able to fold it over, connect it back under the board. Now I'm just going to loosely line it up over the top, and then I'm going to push down to lock it into position. There we go. Just made that snap noise. Most of the connections do usually make a good noise like that. And connect up power. And from here, you can turn it on and test it, just to make sure everything's all right. Pretty confident this is going to be all good, so I'm going to proceed forward. Put the shields back on. 1 and 2. There's a little latch bit over here, so it kind of slides over. Folds down. Other way around. There we go. Phillips head screwdriver. 000. Put the screws back in, they're all of the same length. Now I'm going to fold that over. I'll give it a quick test. And then I'm going to glue it down into position from there. Right now, looking just fine. So I'd say we're probably going to be all right. Just stop it for a moment and give it a test, just in case there's any customers' personal data. So we tested out just fine, and I'm happy with that. So now what I'm going to do, with the device off, lift the screen out just slightly, offset it just a little bit. And now from here, I'm going to use some B7000, go around the outer perimeter, stick it down, and then flip it upside down and let it heat up on the heat pad here for probably another couple of minutes, just so that glue gets a bit of a boost with it curing. And then I'm pretty much done. Might have to clean up a bit of the glue residue off out of the edges, but apart from that, it's looking finished. Fold it down that way and hold it. Put glue down here. There we go. Move that out of the way. Line up the screen once more. Drop it down. Give it a little push. The glue comes out of here, for example. Go, now like that, flip it over, push down, and I'm just going to let it cook for a bit. I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes at 75 degrees, and that glue should be at least tacky enough that it's not going to go anywhere soon. It still will take about 24 hours to cure, but that's how to replace the screen on a Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 10.4. Hope it helps. See you later.